Hey everyone, it's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and in this one we are going to talk about some bullish indications that we can actually get from a comparison between crypto and the Nasdaq that I'm going to talk about for context reasons before we jump into why I am more bullish than ever on VeVe and Ecomi. But before we start, please keep in mind that I'm a crypto and NFT investor and not a financial advisor. So please do your own research before you ape into the Ecomi token and or the VeVe collectibles. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider dropping a like, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think about these topics in the comments below. Tap the bell to always get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you want to do more than the free ways like liking and commenting, subscribing to support my channel, then consider becoming a channel member or a rare hodler, therefore a Patreon to my channel. Link is in the description. But with that out of the way, let's get started. So I came out here into the fields, some mixed weather, around 15 to 18 degrees, but that's how summer is in Germany. And today I have been reading through the news and the articles, and I found an interesting opinion article in the Financial Times where the author is comparing the volatility and the dynamics within the crypto market with the 1980s of the Nasdaq. And that caught my interest, so I pulled up the Nasdaq chart, and to be honest, if you compare the spike in 2002 and the current spike that we had in the Nasdaq, it kind of remembers us to the 2017 spike and to the spike that we had right now within the crypto market. So the charts already look similar. But there is more to it, and I think we can really get bullish, so fasten your seatbelts if you see this. So he has actually compared the volatility and how the dynamic is right now to the 1980s, and in specific to the 1983 peak in the Nasdaq, and then to the dump in 1984. And if we look at this specific numbers, we can see that is only a small bump in the road compared to where the Nasdaq went afterwards. Very interesting as well is that the Nasdaq at this time that he is referring to, and he didn't say this in the article, but if you research it, the Nasdaq has been basically founded and put together in 1971, which puts us exactly 12 years to the front for 1983. And that is exactly the time that basically the crypto market with Bitcoin is already around. So even that matches it perfectly. So if we consider the two spikes that we actually can identify within the Nasdaq, we have the .com bubble burst in 2022. And then we have also the bubble burst or bubble pop that we have seen right now. And let's look a little bit at the bubble burst in 2002, and that is actually the one where a lot of companies did not survive the following downtrend and basically Nasdaq bear market that followed. And some of the companies that did survive, they did really, really well afterwards. One of these companies is obviously Apple. So Apple did really, really well afterwards. And I think the same could happen for the crypto market. So what we could see is that a lot of the altcoin projects are going to do worse during that phase in terms of price, but not all of them are going to die. So what we always hear in the market is that 99% of the coins are going to die. And this is nothing new. People are saying this for months and years already. And if we are honest and we look through all the almost 20,000 tokens and coins out there in the crypto market, then most of them are already dead. The Twitter is dead, there's no interaction and action, and only the top 200 or maybe top 300 are around. And even of those, projects like Terra Luna, for example, imploded and died and went away. Obviously, they have created a Terra Luna 2.0, but basically, I think the trust is gone, the project is dead, so I at least will not waste any more time in looking at this specific project. But what I wanted to say is that the projects that are building throughout this following bear market, like an Apple in these times, they are probably going to do really, really well afterwards. And I think Ecomi and Veve is one of those projects that is building throughout this bear market and that is doing really well. There are others like VeChain and Chiliz and obviously Ethereum, Cardano. Bitcoin itself is always going to continue in the right direction. So I think there are a lot of coins where you could actually see that they are doing the right things throughout this bear market, and especially with Veve, and we will come to this later in this video, we are going to see the same thing. Now, before we go into this and get into false illusions, I still believe, and I've said it throughout many videos, if you are following me already and if you are subscribed to this channel, you would know that I have a short to mid-term outlook that is bearish, and I do not think that the bottom is in, as many people claim right now on YouTube. I think in fact that there is more turmoil, more downside to come, and the reason for that is, first of all, that if we look at the Wall Street cycle cheat sheet, then we have phases like complacency, we have passed through that, we have dropped more, and now in my opinion we are in the phase of denial and anxiety. Anxiety because people are unsure how the market will develop and how the market will continue. People are getting nervous about the news of collapsing exchanges, but most of the people, as we can see from inquiries, have not been affected. There were some Voyager, Coinflex, Volt, BlockFi, Celsius, Three Arrows Capital and others. Yes, they have been affected, but the cascading effect has not yet reached all of the other platforms that might be already in the disaster, and we do not know it yet. So this is one point. The other point is denial, and that is something, in my opinion, that we see very strongly right now throughout the whole crypto market, and that is Bitcoin has never done this. Bitcoin has never dropped below the previous bull market high. Bitcoin has never dropped below for a significant time the 200-week moving average. Bitcoin has never this, Bitcoin has never that, Bitcoin the institutions, Bitcoin Michael Saylor, and so on. So there are a lot of denial phrases that I see right now mixed up with anxiety, which leads me to believe that we are half through the drop and that we are going to expect obviously relief rallies where everyone that was bullish before will find a cognitive bias that is called the confirmation bias, and then afterwards I think we will see more downside. Obviously everything that I say here is highly debatable. I'm just a guy that is standing between two fields, and I really want you to challenge these ideas and explain to me why I am wrong and why the bottom is not in yet or why it is in yet. So please let me know in the comments below if you think that is going on. But with regards to this Wall Street cheat sheet, I think we are in that exact phase around the spot of denial, expecting the first relief rally, and I've said it in the several videos before. I think it is very unusual for a bear market to collapse like this and not having any relief rallies so far. Before, in the bear markets, we have seen relief rallies, 2 to 3 to 4 relief rallies of 40 to even 100% recovery before dropping and plunging even lower. And if we look at the Nasdaq comparison from before, there's also relief rallies after the huge drawdown of the dot-com bubble, and these relief rallies are also spiking high and then going to new lows for that bear cycle. So in my opinion, that is something to always have in mind, that our next phase could look like this Nasdaq drawdown. So in the last days I've made a little inquiry on YouTube and also on Twitter asking if people have already put their coins and tokens to security, and actually the YouTube one shocks me a little bit. Yes, we have the majority that put already their coins into security. A couple of the people are in the process, but there is a larger portion of these people, more than 30%, that have still their funds on exchanges, and 3% of the people that have voted here, almost 80 in total, have said that they have already lost assets because of the ongoing situation, and knowing that makes me sad. So everyone, please just take this recommendation, do the effort. I know it sucks if you have never done it before to really dig into how to secure your assets on either within MetaMask for the time being, but then the most secure way on the hardware wallet. But I urge you to go through this effort because you are learning something for life. You will need that in the future and you are going to secure your assets. So please do that. Now, with that said, let's get to the more bullish news. And this is coming from the homie Potential Human on Twitter. He posted that VeVe in the last 2 days has outperformed the top 10 grossing projects on the IMX platform just by the revenue that we can see from the charts that are probably from the Excel sheet of Pudding Cheeks. So shout out to both of these on Twitter. Always worth following these people to be able to get some fresh ideas, some new information, but it's crazy. I mean, look at the potential, and I've said that in yesterday's live stream. If you haven't seen that, it's a super bullish live stream on AR, VR, on the lenses, on the Apple glasses, so check this one out. But I've said that VeVe is proving that they are one of the biggest money printers and therefore the best partners for the big licensors and collectible producers. There is not so much more to add to this because these numbers that they have outperformed 10 projects on IMX together speaks for itself. And we're not in a raging bull market, we're in a raging bear market right now. And even with that, these collectibles are constantly selling out and producing a lot of revenue. And then as a last point for today's update, I have the Ecomi burn. And with everything that we have seen so far about the global crypto market, it is worth stating that Ecomi has at this point of time almost no value, but there is a big value promise, and the burns are going great right now from the reserve wallet into the Vault wallet and the burn wallet. And at this time I want to mark a special bullish cross that we see on the charts that the amazing Twitter channel Jason Colon is putting out. And Jason Colon is posting here this chart where actually the Vault wallet is being flipped by the burn wallet, and that in my opinion is a bullish cross. If the burn wallet goes higher than the Vault wallet, that means that we have reached a point where 63 billion of Ecomi tokens have already been moved to the burn wallet, and that is something that is very good in my opinion. Also, the reserve wallet is reaching or moving closer to the point where it can fall below 200 billion right now. And if we analyze this chart quickly, we see that with this continuation and assuming that we will stay in these prices and not drop lower, not go way higher, we would reach half of the reserve wallet moved into either Vault and burn wallet within the beginning of 2023, and we would actually see the reserve wallet gone by the end of 2023. If we were to drop even lower with the Ecomi price, the reserve wallet could actually be gone with an exponential curve, obviously, even earlier than that. But maybe it's following a linear trend line and then it takes a little bit longer, but considering very low prices and considering that we are probably going to see more downside in the crypto market, it could also be that the reserve wallet is actually going to go away by mid 2023. But obviously this depends on many factors. This depends on how many drops we are going to see for Ecomi and Veve and what the price performance of the Ecomi token will be along this time. Now with that said, I will close this little video with an announcement. I will have TAPS trades on my channel on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central European time. So make sure to set a notification, follow me on Twitter so you don't miss the announcement of the link of the stream, and subscribe to this channel to be able to see this stream either live or afterwards as a video. So wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night or afternoon, and see you in the next video.